Hi everyone, it's Mike here from Mike's Megabits. I'm just going to ramble a little bit here about a wireless setup that I set up at a campground a little while ago. I use the Ubiquity Networking M2 series, and I put 4 antennas up in this location. You can see on the map here I have one at location 1, another one at location 2, another one at location 3, and another one at location 4. The antenna at location 1 is the master, which plugs into their DSL line, and then that transmits out into the campground, where the other 3 can pick up the signal and also carry on the signal to each other, so they work off of each other all across the whole campground. You notice the antenna at the number 1 location aims in towards the center or down towards the very end towards number 3, and everything can pick up off of everything else. The antennas at location 2 and 4, I've aimed them somewhat sideways or off to the side to provide coverage in a more sort of lateral way, and the 2 on either sides, number 1 and number 3, point in towards the center. I've done a drive around through the whole campground and basically get 5 bars full strength all around the whole campground in this location, even though there's quite a few large trees and obviously a whole bunch of RVs parked in here. The signal gets through to everybody pretty well. Each one of the locations only needs power, so there is a lot of hookups in the campground, and I was able to run Cat5 power over Ethernet from a small adapter up to where each one of these antennas are mounted. And in a second here we'll show a picture of the location of the first antenna. The first antenna again is located at the main house of the campground. There was this utility pole just outside the house, which was quite handy. Got the ladder out, climbed up, bolted it to the side. I ran the, in this case it's not just power over Ethernet, it's also the network signal itself that comes through the Cat5 cable as well. So I ran the cable down the pole and just underneath the eaves trough. Of course my phone rings just as I'm doing this voiceover, but at any rate we'll continue. So the network cable goes underneath the eaves trough and follows along the eaves trough underneath, and there's a better shot, all the way across to the window that's along the side just above the door where the satellite dish is, and once it gets inside there the DSL connection is just inside. So this antenna provides the transmission of the signal straight out into the campground from the main house. This is another one of the Ubiquity antennas near the lakefront on the front row. Aims towards the middle, gives better coverage for the middle of the campground. The house is at the end of the street there where the signal originates from. It goes down to the end where the Quonset hut is. The Nanostation M2 at the back of the RV resort. The antenna is aimed towards the front house where the internet connection comes in from. Gets a good signal all the way across. There's 2 in the middle of the park as well. Goes right down the back to the middle. It's the 3rd antenna on the back row. Makes a good connection to the front. And to the middle on the front row near the beach, and all the way down to the back. Quonset hut at the end of the road. Here's the layout of the campground again. It's quite large, lots of trees and coverage. Remember to subscribe to the channel, and you can also hook up with me on Twitter at Mike's Megabits. Thanks for watching.